Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Vizitv show. Play that intro. That was a nice, swell intro there, wasn't it, easy?
Mm-hmm.
It was brand new. I filmed it just for this episode.
Did you really?
Well, now I have to. Anyways, welcome back to the Vizitv show. Here's what's coming up on this episode. But standing one group is bad.
There's a person that's supposedly created all of us.
That's spooky.
That is spooky as shit.
Spooky
Trash,
dookie
what
right
you
there,
got?
yo.
What the fuck?
Zizi, you're a fucking genius. Holy shit.
Don't be shitty.
Hey, so today we got a lot of things to talk about, but remember, if you want to not watch this whole episode because you just want to get right to the clickbait, or maybe you saw something in the preview that you were like, ooh, I wonder what the fuck that shit is, why don't you just go into the description of the video and see all the links I put down there. I fucking do that just for you. Thanks for being my hype man, ZZ, my non-vocal hype man. Here's Vizitv Talks about a thing. Totally not recording this before the bit. Today we are talking about something that you saw in the title of this video, and that's probably why you clicked on it. But standing one group is bad. Okay, I don't think that's what it said in the title of the video, but essentially, we don't think you should stand one group. Zizi, why don't you tell us a tale of when you stood one group and you were a shit, like one of the teenagers we see on the internet. Actually, before you do that, so me and Zizi,
Yeah.
so me and Zizi, and we have the Vizitv Twitter, which Zizi so kindly takes care of. And she saw on there just kind of a lot of people just being real garbage people. Would you say they're garbage? Or just young teenagers who are dumb?
Just teenagers that are dumb.
And we found that there are a lot of people out there who are just basically standing one group. And it's usually like BTS or one of the more popular groups or more popular girl groups.
Okay.
What were these people saying? These nice people on the internet saying about standing groups?
I saw a post that was like, who did you stand before BTS? And all of them were like, One Direction. Which there's nothing wrong with One Direction. That's not what I'm saying. Just like, and it doesn't necessarily mean, the people saying that, it doesn't necessarily mean they only stand one group. But you like go to their Twitters and like, it just says BTS stuff. And like, it always seems to be BTS. Maybe that's just me, but
yeah. And then we had a friend who she was encountering, but was it like a friend, or was it just like a fan she encountered online?
it was just someone she encountered online.
Where she was talking
they were,
about
in
like
a Discord together.
it was
something.
Blackpink albums. It was a Blackpink first.
I don't
Yeah,
remember
it
this
was
conversation.
Aurora's story when we were
it
in the
was
car.
Aurora. Oh yeah,
The Blackpink.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was a Blackpink, and she was like, oh,
Probably.
Blackpink only has this many albums, and she was like, actually, Blackpink has this many albums and this many EPs. And it's like, wait, what we're saying is it's cool to have like one really strong bias to stand. I hate the word stand. I'm gonna fucking say that right now. I hate the word stand so much. It's easy. Can you explain why using the word stand is actually a bad thing to be? I know I know it's supposed to be ironic, and I love ironically saying it sometimes. Like,
but now it's become
like
a
I like
serious
saying
thing.
I stand like a singular person.
Like, we in this house we stand. That's
Yeah.
funny.
That's funny.
Unironically saying
They can't hear her. Anyways.
I know. Damn it! I lost my train of thought.
Stan.
Oh, because it's "Stand" by Eminem.
Yes, Stand by Eminem. And the point of that song is he had a crazy fan who basically ended up getting himself killed or something like that.
Him and his pregnant girlfriend.
Yeah, killed because
like
his crazy
drove off the side of the road.
Yeah, because of his crazy obsession with Eminem. It's not healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, to say the idea of standing
Yeah.
isn't a healthy thing. It's okay to have like a favorite group. But Zizi, what are we here today to tell the kids out there in the world? You have a story of when you were a terrible little teenager. Were you a teenager?
I was 18.
18, so she was a teenager, but she was
Technically.
legal.
All that matters.
Anyways, tell your story.
So I knew about K-pop. Sarah was really into K-pop. I had my online best friend when I was like 12 was into K-pop. Well, we were both 12. And that was when I first heard about K-pop. And I was like, this shit is weird. It was like Super Junior and shit. And then there were like a few songs that I liked. And then Sarah got me more into it. And then I remember for my 18th birthday, Sarah gave me a flash drive with like all of her K-pop on it. And then I was single after I graduated. So that's when you get into K-pop, is when you're single. Because you don't have anything else to keep you busy.
Except for these cute Asian boys.
Yeah. You can still be into K-pop and be in a relationship.
But you were really hard. The group you were really hard into was...
I was into VIX really hard.
Yeah. Hence, the first retrospective we did was on VIX.
Yes. Yeah, I don't know why that was the one that I latched onto, but it was.
And didn't you get like kind of like volatile towards other groups, sort of thing? Like you were like, fuck it, every other group, it's just VIX. Like if you were a kid who were growing up now and VIX was the popular group, you would be like, I stand VIX and blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
And be like, I only like VIX, blah blah blah, fuck other groups. You would go to other videos channels and like dislike their
I
performances.
wasn't that extreme, but
I bet there is some motherfucker out there that does that.
there's some motherfuckers out there that do that.
But would you be like the people who would be like, they would say something about VIX and like it would be incorrect,
Attack
and you
them.
would jump out and go, hey, that's not true because whatever. Would you be like that?
I don't think that's my personality.
But let's say you were shitty.
If I was shitty, yeah.
I remember VZTV's motto is don't be shitty. But yeah, I feel very fortunate that the way I got into K-pop was because this angel right here.
And now you should look around our living room and all the various K-pop posters we have.
well, they see them in the outros if you watch the videos to
that's
the
true.
end. I take, because there's a lot of different K-pop in here. But the way I got into K-pop, I was kind of like just like I started with BTS, and I feel like that's the group I have the strongest connection to. But I understand and love every other group that I listen to and like music from. I don't get more excited to react to another video than I do any other video. Like I'll be like, "Ooh, a new BTS video, I want to react to it." But it's only because I feel like I have, like, since we're doing this channel thing, that I have to react to it. We kind of all have like a lot of BTS merch and stuff like that. Like, and you can see me wearing it in videos. I've worn 2 BTS sweaters in videos. Sweaters, because I don't have any other K-pop merch. So, and I would only get things about stuff I really care about. But he cares about like all these groups a lot, and he cares about collecting it.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like a lot of people should just be more open to other groups and kind of like, instead, like, it's nice to go, oh, I love him so much, blah 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 from my group, blah blah blah. But ZZ has a thing where we'll watch like any boy group from like her past, like BAP or VIX or Monsta X, GOT7, fucking 17, like all, like even like just a plethora of groups. And she'll be able to name a guy from like one of those groups and like, oh, that's my favorite, that's my bias right there, that's my bias. Like, I feel like biases are okay, but to say you stan only one group or like stan a group, like
I hate that standing has become the popular term and not bias because I like that way better.
Like, I like the idea that you can have a bias within a group, but I don't like the idea that you only stan one group.
Yeah.
Like, there are so many K-pop Twitter accounts where it's just like one group, and they'll post like fan cams of whoever,
Which is fine.
which is fine. But when you're going on other things and like shitting it up, and especially when you think BTS did almost everything on their own, you want to talk about that a little bit? You need to mention that fucking tweet.
So people were getting mad because Jin said that they wouldn't be where they are now without Big Bang.
And that's true.
Which is true. And
And
people got mad at him for it, and I was like, bitch. And so I tweeted and said, if you don't think that BTS would be where they are without Big Bang, TVXQ, Epic High, Shinhwa, like all these groups, then just unfollow me right now. That was on the Vizitv Twitter, and we lost like 3 followers, and I was like, good riddance.
Yeah, it was funny because like she looked at it, and then I looked at the Twitter. I'm like, dude, we had like 3 more followers. Did they literally just see that and unfollow because they're a bunch of fucking stupids?
They're a bunch of fucking stupids.
Stupids.
Like, I always thought, like, when I was super into K-pop Tumblr, like, I'd see people and they'd be like, multi-fandom. And I'm like, isn't everyone multi-fandom? And then I realized that there are just people that are just okay with only being in one fandom. And I'm like, all right. That doesn't sound fun to me, but all right.
I don't feel like pigeonholing. It's like with all music. Like, you shouldn't pigeonhole yourself to one group. You should broaden your horizons.
At least try, man.
But like, I feel like K-pop is like this extra special case of like this bullshit. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
It's like the boy band craze in the 90s where like you were either NSYNC or Backstreet Boys. Like, you couldn't like both of them. I like both of them because I was a special little boy.
But here's my thing.
Yeah.
When I was trying to broaden my horizons with VIX, after VIX, you just gotta start with one group. Like,
I mean,
like, you at least make an effort. 'Cause you don't have to get into every single group. Like, I still only have like a few groups where I actually know all the members' names. Like, I'll know like
BAP, go.
Jungkook, Himchan, Daehyun, Youngjae, Jonghyun, Zello.
Vix, go.
I'm doing them in order. Age order too. And Leo, Ken, Ravi, Hongbin, Ken.
Monster X, go.
Hold on. Hyuk.
Monster X, go.
Juhan, I.M, Minhyuk, Kyungwon, Kihyun, Wonho, Shonu.
Twice, go.
Okay. okay. Dahyun, Sana, Momo, Jihyo. I'm trying not to look at that poster over there. Minna. What's that song? Junghyun. Is that her name? I always forget her name. What's the bitch's name?
The bitches?
With the teeth. What is her name? I'm still missing 3 more members.
Come on, go. You can do it.
Could I look at that poster? Is that cheating?
No, not if you look
Okay.
at the faces. You can even not read your name.
Oh, fucking Chaeyoung. Chewy. Nayeon. That's her name.
17, go.
I don't know all of 17.
Name's the ones you can.
Vernon. Woozy.
Got 7.
Dino. Got 7?
Yeah.
This is really all going in?
Yes!
Okay. JB, Mark, Jackson, Yugyum, Bam Bam, Young J.
Yeah.
Did I say Jackson already?
I think you did. I'm not paying attention. I'm thinking about the next
Jin
group.
Young. I said Jackson, didn't I? That's 7. That's 7 right there. Okay. Okay, go. Keep going.
Okay, but you get the picture, guy.
Even if it's only a few.
Even if it is only a few.
And you don't have to know all of
And
their names.
I didn't even tell you to mention do BTS because I knew you would get that right away. I wanted to test your might.
I could say their full names. Kim Namjoon, Kim Seokjin, Min Yoongi, Jung Ha-suk, Park Jae-min, Kim Taehyung, Jung Jungkook, BTS. Woo!
Is that Jungkook's real name?
Jung Jungkook? Yeah.
The fuck? But you guys get the picture.
Yeah.
It's K-pop standing shouldn't be a thing. It should be you're a fan of K-pop, and it's okay to start in one group. And like
Everyone starts with one group usually.
and one thing you shouldn't be you shouldn't say you're a K-pop fan when you're a fan of BTS.
Mm-hmm.
Play that video.
They say they K-pop fan, but only BTS. What nonsense is that? Really? K-pop fan lah. No, that is a BTS fan.
Yeah, so.
I can say I'm a fan of Beyonce, but I'm not a fan of R&B. Bitch. Anyway.
But yeah, like that man said, you're not a fan of K-pop, you're a fan of
BTS.
But this could be said for any group where you say, I like K-pop, and then like, oh yeah, what's your favorite group? Oh, I only really listen to Blackpink. Have you heard of them? I feel like that's what's happening now.
Yeah.
But hey, that's Vizitv Talks About a Thing. I forgot to intro the whole segment.
Nice.
But the intro played before it still. Fuck me.
Fuck you.
Alright, next up is interesting. It's easy. This can't go in if you're grabbing my titty. It's going to get age restricted. So next segment is something that we did, and I've been sitting on the footage for a while, is VZTV Goes Outside. Hey, play that intro and then play the segment.
Oh, dope. I got it all over my shoulders.
Are you a birthday boy?
I have Facebook in my bag. Yes. I do. I'm spraying mosquito stuff so they don't eat me.
I had visions about getting home down. I can't please you, 'cause you keep on walking. Just starting.
You did it, Max. Max, you're so strong. You jumped.
Thank you. It was scary when I got up there, and then I did it, and I was like, fuck yeah, do it again.
Wasn't that fun? That was a fun day, wasn't it, ZZ? What you didn't see was Sarah dying of heat stroke off camera.
Not literally.
Not literally.
Almost, though.
We had to
It was
take her
pretty-
home and buy her McDonald's. That's the actual thing that happened.
Oh, yeah, we did buy your McDonald's.
Yeah, we bought a fucking like 20 piece or something like that.
Yeah.
No, it was more than 20 piece. I think we bought.
No, it was a 20 piece.
Was
We
it
just
20 piece?
shared it
I just remember I really wanted McDonald's that day.
that day.
McDonald's is a drug. It's time for our second to last segment. It's the bonus section cry update. Play that intro.
You go out and speak with Alex. She's kind of just like going. You notice she has a lot of weapons on her. She's like taking apart a gun and like putting it back together as you're coming over to talk to her. She looks up and she goes, "Yeah."
So you're kind of like me, right?
I guess so.
Do you know any others like us?
My family was.
I want to tell you something that happened to me. And then what I tell her is that I was changed into a changeling. I wasn't originally a changeling. And that I had a vision of a being of many faces. And I was wondering if her history of being a changeling would know any idea of what that is.
She thinks for a second. She goes, "I don't know the name, but there's a person that's supposedly created all of us."
That's spooky.
That is spooky as
Some
shit.
spooky
Trash,
dookie
what
right
the
there,
fuck?
yo.
When the mortals were brought to this world, there were prime gods, and then there were smaller gods that weren't followed. And then there were, other beings who had magical prowess, who existed in the wastes. This being supposedly was from another plane. In the plane we were from, we were also hunted. But in that plane, they changed us into what we are. They shrouded us and turned us into these creatures who could change ourselves so we could hide. And then we were brought to this plane of existence. And we lived out our lives here as whatever dominant humanoid race, or whatever we seem to be fit. For the most part, my family decided to be human. And we were told to never change while growing up. And then the black tiding happened, and most of my family members were killed. I still have a brother and a sister who are somewhere, but Axel helped hide them and took me on to protect me. We were friends growing up. Well, I was poorer and he was rich, and he just took on a lot of eclectic friends, you'd say. And he didn't want anything bad to happen to me, so he used his money and his connections to make sure that I had a safe place, as well as my brother and sister who were somewhere else. He didn't tell me, he just made sure that they were safe. That's as much as I know. I don't know the thing's name, I just know that there is someone who created people like us and gave us this ability because we were hunted somewhere else.
This being, when he changed me, he gave me the burden. No, he he gave me the responsibility to try to save our people.
I don't think there's a way to save our people. I just think there's a way for us to survive at this point. She gets up and like puts her gun in her holster. She goes, I'm going to bed.
Okay. Thank you. And she kind of walks off.
Okay.
That's crazy shit, bro. That is new info. Do you tell us about this shit?
Wow.
Wow.
You should totally listen to that podcast. ZZ puts a lot of work and effort into it. I feel like I'm going to do a show where I recap all the arcs by myself. Go,
Oh, you're
hey
gonna film it?
everyone. Hey everyone, it's me, Vinny from Bonus Action Cry, the DM. I'm here to recap you on episodes 1, 2, 3 of Bonus Action Cry. And I'll play some clips. Hey everyone, sorry about that shit, yo. That was the Bonus Action Cry update. You should totally fucking listen to that podcast. That's an amazing podcast that ZZ puts all her heart and soul into every fucking week. She edits that down, and then I add the
Don't
intro and
listen to
outro, and then render it out and upload it on her behalf.
And don't listen to it.
I do not listen to it because I am the DM, and I only want to listen to that hell once. You hear me? All you people watching, Laura, you might be watching this.
Roy said he watches too, didn't he say that?
No, Josh did.
Josh
Josh
does.
and Roy. Listen to the podcast, find out how those fucking people are. Anyway, this is time for the final segment. Final thoughts. Have the mics off the stand because it's final thoughts time. You probably found out in our K-pop reaction videos we got a new couch. I realized that as we were recording we didn't say anything about the couch, but we'll say it in the first K-pop reaction we do today. This is going in. So what we found out today in our final thoughts is you should stand more than one group, shouldn't you?
Yeah.
You
can start with one.
You
group.
can start with one. What I suggest, because what I did is I did, what's that kind of therapy where you like immerse yourself into it?
Immersion therapy.
Immersion therapy. You have a Pandora or any type of like thing that like shuffles music of the same type. All you have to do is like pick a group that you like and then like have whatever program or whatever play music that's similar to that, and you get a lot of good music. You need to learn to not stan, but be a fan of K-pop.
Be a fan.
Be a fan of K-pop and learn more
That
than
should
one.
be our
group.
other motto. Be a fan, not a stan.
CZ, you're a fucking genius. Holy shit.
Don't be shitty. Don't be a fan, not a stan.
ZZ, high five. That
Oh,
was
thanks.
fucking amazing. ZZ, you need to post that on our Twitter right now.
You know,
Holy fuck.
capitalize.
This is why I'm marrying this woman, because she puts out all that gold right there. But
it's
anyways,
my second thing that I've come up with. Vizitv is the first one.
Yeah.
And that.
And
Those are the
that.
two things I've contributed to this channel.
And I come up with all the other things. That's all I need to hear. For fucking gold like that? Oh my god. Okay, let's finish this out.
Okay.
Remember to drink and hydrate and stay out of the sun. Don't fucking die.
Don't drink. Drink water.
Don't drink water. And then remember, if you're gonna go to the lake, make sure that's clear, like the one that we went to. I don't know.
Bring water shoes.
Bring
not
water
flip
shoes.
flops.
Yeah, that's what we learned. Also, if you want to listen to a cool D&D podcast, you should go do that on iTunes and YouTube. Not YouTube.
Not YouTube anymore.
Not YouTube anymore. iTunes and Spotify and a whole bunch of other shit, man. Stop yawning. But hey, that's this episode of Vizitv show. Follow me at VinnyDrunk05 and follow her at HackPlayZephyr. Follow the channel at Vizitv. The spelling is on the screen because it has a very specific spelling. You can follow our D&D podcast at 1BACry. And remember to leave us suggestions for reactions and shit you want us to do. And maybe even a subject you want us to talk about.
Ooh.
And also questions that you may want to ask us. And if we get a comment, we will answer that question on here maybe. Or maybe we'll dedicate a segment at one point to answering comments that aren't hate mail about why you're a dirty Pentagon stan. Just kidding.
This video's over.
Video. Play an outro.